Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field, and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
On 3rd down. It's Carson, and he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Fourth down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, Winston toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and now it's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jameis to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Ready, black 25. 54. Blue there.
A first down throw for Winston. Setting up the screen here, it's Barber. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Peyton Barber, a surprise workhorse for the Buccaneers in 2018. I don't think they expected him to have 234 carries, but he certainly felt like he could carry the load and just carried it there for a nice gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Winston. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line.
First down, Buccaneers.
Ready, black 22.
Check, watch 54, Squeeze down the middle.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger-happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Winston. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Rolling to his left. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
An update now from Oakland. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll run on first down. Carson, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Alert.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Watch the back.
From the 44, Wilson flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Run. Kill.
This is Carson. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Switch up.
25.
55, Mike, got 55. I got him. Go. Mike 55. Tackles. Mike 55, Mike 55.
12.
Hey, check.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
I'll go special. I'll go special.
Here's Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Mike 58, right there. Switch. Got it. 58, boy, 58, check. Good touch.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Devin White, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Now Wilson. And it's caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now this throw caught left side, and he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. Winston now from the 50. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Winston. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
A gain of 15.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The touching. Time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Now it's the backup Gabbert. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here comes the seventh play now of this drive as this is third and 10.
Hey, Delta. Check Mike 54.
To the air again, Gabbert. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got it first and goal at the 6. Again, it's Gabbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. One receiver to the left is Evans. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. The throw again, Gabbert. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up third and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait in Hampshire Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Third and goal for Gabbert. Steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cassius Marsh in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. Gay's kick is good, and they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Dorsett on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. This quarterback now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down. From the shotgun, it's Gabbert. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Gabbert will try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third down and 12. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team, we're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Gabbert. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Here we go.
Barber on 1st and 10. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He was taken down by Cassius Marsh.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 35 on second down, Gabbert buying time to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Gabbert to throw it. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, stand up.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will tie things up at 13. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Left pass. Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Go. 54.
Ready? Mike 5-4.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And an alley to run. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come.
Here's Wilson. And a little floater there is incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Yeah. You don't want none. Hey. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Now Wilson throwing again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin White able to record his 5th sack of the season. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Check, Mike. I'll go special.
To throw is Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
To try again after the sack. Gabbard, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
54, right there. 54.
From the gun, Gabbard. And that will be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter from Oakland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Watch the run.
Look for signal.
Mike, 55.
On 1st down, Wilson sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action now, Gabbert. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Gabbert going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Everyone's got 4 down.
Check.
45.
Here's Wilson to throw. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Now it's Barber, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
15 line. 6-man. Check her.
Gabbert now. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's got Evans. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
A gain of 13 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 50.
Hey, shoot!
Gabbard here again. Over the middle, Dorsett. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have recovered. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well. So now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
On first down, it's Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the Buccaneers,
What?
26
Team.
yard line.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
Got it.
Wilson. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one a gain of 20. Get a first down. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, 4th quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know, it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
I'm about to find out. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Good guys, 4 down.
45 the mic. Man. I got you. 45. Mike, 45.
Now Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin White in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
At their own 25 yard.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it now because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
54. Here we go.
They go play action. Gabbard. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After after the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Gabbard. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Wilson. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
45.
Now it's Carson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Whistles in a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Alert. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Pick it up. Hey, check right. Watch it, you find. Let's go, tackle. Let's go, 14. Mike.
And the blitz does come. Looking middle, and that's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Spins past him. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's good for 28 yards. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
It doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Gabbard. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. Setting up the screen here, it's Barber. A gain there of 21 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. From the red zone now, Gabbert. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down at the 2.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 1-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
14.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
You must be getting
Here's Wilson to throw from his end zone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Results in a 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Dorsett. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Seahawks, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brent.